Welcome to the video bulletin for Friday the 11th of June. I decided I'd film this outside again, partly because it's lovely weather and partly because the great big block of flats has appeared behind me as the site which we're so used to seeing. And it's been wonderful seeing people like the Reverend Tabita, who new to this site, suddenly spotting that there's this great construction behind, but obviously it will sail off eventually. However, it's also a sign of things returning to normal. We've seen visitors, passengers from the ship in and around the city and also in church, so we know that the visitor numbers are returning, and this is a great sign of hope for the city. It's also good to stand here, and there'll probably be some lorries going past in a moment on the Strand. We know that last weekend there was some disruption. By the way, thank you ever so much to everyone who came to the Holy Dusters event and made such a difference to the appearance of the church. You managed to get past the roadworks. We know that the roadworks did cause some disruption at the weekend, but luckily not really to us, in a joyous weekend for the parish as Tabita was licensed. And I asked the contractors how long the roadworks are going to carry on. The latest I've heard is that it should all be finished by the end of August, though there may be some details to finish off afterwards. I think we're learning to work our way around it, but it is still has had a major impact on us and this site this year, so it's good to know when the end is coming. We are, of course, now all waiting for Monday. We hope then that there's going to be more news about unlocking, about the changes in restrictions that were hoped for on the 21st of June. We don't know what that's going to look like. It will have a significant impact on the events of the next few weeks, but it doesn't have that much impact on the events in church and our services. We're very much at the time of gathering in those who haven't been back to church for a while. We've seen most people, and if you're one of those who isn't yet back, then please do think about how you can return or what reassurances you would like, and either contact me or one of the other clergy or speak to someone else in the congregation about how they felt coming back. Reassurance is the most significant thing that we can do at the moment to help people in their return. And we're aware as well, as I've said before, that live streaming will come to an end. So we want to come back and gather our church community in person. Details such as how we do refreshments will follow, depending on what the rules are, but let's just get back together. You will have seen as well on Wednesday we published the first results from our travel to church surveys from our Eco Church group. We've already been able to see some lessons from that, such as that a centralised car sharing scheme is top of people's priorities, but if you do think you could offer lifts to people, then do talk to Becky Selman or talk to others you know would appreciate a lift. But there'll be other ways that we can interpret the data and see where we go forward in this very important part of our commitment to the environment. Now, for the last year or so, we've had a Meet the Congregation slot, and we've sort of brought that to an end, and there may be occasional appearances again. But we're going to hear now from Ian, who's going to talk about what comes next.
Hi everyone, Parish Assistant Ian here in the formerly Meet the Congregation slot. As we said before last week, we've been doing that for a year, and so now we're going to transition on to something else. And today, I'm going to talk about what that something else is. So, I'm a naturally curious person, and in order to satisfy my curiosity and also have a chance to connect with more members of the congregation even more deeply, we are proposing that over the next several weeks and months, we will be holding a new recurring segment during the Friday Video Bulletin. And that segment will be Assist the Assistant. And Assist the Assistant is a 3-minute sort of teach me a lesson style moment where members of the congregation bring a prop or some kind of teaching aid and can share something that they have expertise about. So perhaps you're an accomplished eye surgeon. Perhaps you could tell the congregation how the human eye works. That would be very useful information, and probably not information that many of us have. Or maybe you're an excellent bicyclist, and you can teach us how to remove a bike wheel and put a new one back on, or fix a flat tire, or do little bike repairs. That's something very useful. Maybe you're a sailor, and you can teach us useful knots to use in every day. Or maybe you know quite a bit about all the sort of smells and bells and cloths and things that we use in church every week. And maybe some other members of the congregation, myself included, don't exactly know what everything is and why it's there. You can teach us about that. Even maybe you're the owner of an excellent bakery, and you know the perfect way to make a fairy cake. We would certainly benefit from knowing about that. So please satisfy my natural curiosity and reach out to me if you have expertise about something and you'd like to share in Assist the Assistant. And beware, some of you may be getting emails from me very soon. Thanks very much. Back to Crispin.
Well, in church on this Sunday, we will be gathering for the parish Eucharist as normal at 10 o'clock. We have music, a sermon from Tabita. We have got our normal celebration taking place. And I do hope that as many of you as possible are able to be there. Whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have a very good time, and I hope that the weather holds up. And as we look forward to the next few weeks, let's hope that we can all begin to mix and socialise and to share hospitality together. Have a very good weekend.